I keep hearing that if you're thinking about remodeling your home, now is a great time to do so. And the best place to start to get real value from the project is in the bathroom. And it's always the right time for a spring spruce up. For a limited time, get a new jacuzzi, shower, or bath from Tenderland, starting at $79 a month, plus a free upgrade to stylish black fixtures. Tenderland makes your project affordable, no money down, no interest, and no payments until 2024. Call 1-800-TENDERLAND or visit Tenderland.com.
This week on Jeopardy! Current champion Stephen Webb.
That's correct. You just ran that category.
Is not going down without a fight. And everyone
True Daily Double, please.
is coming after the king.
I'm from Vegas. Let's bet it off. Wow.
I will wager 5,000.
Wow. It's a big wager.
This week on Jeopardy!
Weekdays at 4:30, brought to you locally by North Star Mohican Casino Resort.
Straight ahead, a state leader steps down after 5 decades in office. We'll hear who will take his spot as Secretary of State.
Plus, boosting affordable housing in Wisconsin. We'll hear some ideas from a local state senator.
And a Land O'Lakes Arts Center is showing off the area's young talent. We'll have the details as your local news starts right now.
News Watch 12 with Dan Hagan, Jessica Jukic, and Jeff Weller.
Good evening and welcome to News Watch 12 at 5. I'm Dan Hagan.
And I'm Jessica Jukic. The longest serving statewide elected official in the entire country retired today.
Doug LaFollette had been Wisconsin's Secretary of State since 1982. LaFollette is 82 years old and was first elected to the Secretary of State position in 1974. He tried for Lieutenant Governor in 1978. Didn't make it, but won back Secretary of State in 1982 and has won re-election 9 times since then. LaFollette was just 3 months into his 11th term in office. Governor Evers thanked LaFollette's term, saying, quote, Secretary of State LaFollette's retirement after more than 40 years of state service leaves an incredibly important role to fill, and I want to thank him for his years of dedication to the people of Wisconsin throughout his long career, end quote.
Governor Tony Evers appointed former state treasurer Sarah Godlewski to fill in for the rest of LaFollette's 4-year term. Godlewski will be the 3rd woman ever in Wisconsin state history to serve as Secretary of State. She was the state treasurer from 2018 to 2022 before attempting to run for Democratic U.S. Senator in 2022, but dropped out before the primary. Godlewski is a native of Eau Claire.
Well, Jeff, it was fun to see those big flakes coming down today.
Yeah, and most temperatures got stuck in the teens today. That's really cold this time of the year.
How's the weekend looking for us?
Better. So cold tomorrow, high temperatures below 20 for most areas, but on Sunday, much better air on the way with temperatures back in the 20s and 30s. Outside now, though, look at this. Some light snow showers are still across the region, but temperatures are hanging out at 15 in Rhinelander with a west wind at 17, making it feel like 1 below 0 right now here on St. Patrick's Day. 19 for Wausau with a light snow shower there, and that southwest breeze at 17, making it feel like 4. Around the Horn, everybody is cold. We're going to have some single-digit low temperatures tonight. That's not normal, but there is somewhat warmer air on the way. But the winds are gusty out there now. They're actually going to increase overnight tonight, and our gustiest winds are in here on Saturday morning. That's going to kick up some more lake effect snow. So out there now, the synoptic snow or system snow has pushed off into Canada. See you later. Behind it, though, we're going to get some wind off Lake Superior tomorrow. That's going to take some lake effect snow bands likely into Forest County, Vilas County, and Oneida County tomorrow. Our forecast, though, for tonight, though, is mostly cloudy skies, some snow flurries out there, and low temperatures down near 8. Your full forecast is coming up, Dan, Jessica.
The lack of available homes, along with the rise in home prices, has put a lot of families in a tough spot.
The median home price in Wisconsin in 2013 was $143,000, and now it's jumped up to $262,000. The low-income housing tax credit program encourages developers to build affordable housing, not just in Milwaukee or Madison, but across the state. Senator Romaine Quinn represents the 25th district in Wisconsin, which includes Price and Iron counties, and he co-authored a bill that would provide a boost in funding to the already successful program.
Every year, the program has been at $42 million. It is utilized 100%. And so why not raise that? So Representative Armstrong and I introduced the bill to raise that tax credit program. And not only that, require that 35% goes towards rural areas.
Quinn says building affordable housing in rural areas will help employers in those areas attract more workers.
those tax credits are offered to developers that develop low-income and workforce-level housing. And so it offsets the cost of doing that and requires them to make that available to those income-level people.
Senator Quinn is working on writing a bill and talking to members of the Joint Finance Committee about including these changes in the next state budget.
Some snowmobile trails in Lincoln County will be closing on Monday because a private land easement agreement expired. The affected trails are from Corridor 17 from Mountain Road north to the Oneida County line and Trail 49A from Lily Lake Road north to intersection number 1. Those trails are being closed due to the expiration of a private land easement beginning on Monday, March 20th at 8 a.m. All other Lincoln County funded snowmobile and winter ATV trails are currently open at this time. More information can be found on the Lincoln County Forestry, Land and Parks Department's website.
The Iron County Sheriff's Office is investigating a deadly crash in Hurley. The car and semi-truck crash happened on Wednesday just before 1 p.m. on Highway 51 in Hurley. The driver of the car, Jerry Bush of Bessemer, Michigan, died from injuries he suffered in the crash. The driver of the semi was treated for minor injuries. That accident remains under investigation at this time.
The Wisconsin DNR wants to remind hunters that the application period for the 2023 elk hunt is open until May 31st. The 2023 hunting season will occur only within the northern elk management zone and is open for around 6 weeks in the fall and winter. Only Wisconsin residents are eligible to receive an elk tag. For an elk license application online, go to gowild.wi.gov or they can visit a licensing agent. The application fee is $10. It is limited to 1 per person, and winners will be notified in June. More information can be found on the Wisconsin DNR's website.
The Clark County Sheriff's Office is warning the public about a scam involving Medicare. The Sheriff's Office says that callers are spoofing local numbers to make it look like a local call. The scammers then ask if a person has received their new Medicare card and asks for the number of that card. The Sheriff's Office is telling people to always be cautious when giving out personal information over the phone or online. If you think you were a victim of a scam, contact your local law enforcement agency.
The FCC says it's cracking down on spam texts with new rules for telecom companies. The FCC says it's seen a surge of consumer complaints in recent years tied to unwanted robo-texts. New rules adopted Thursday require phone providers to block text messages from suspicious sources. Carriers will also have to block texts coming from numbers that claim not to send text messages or that the government has identified as numbers not used for texting. The FCC is considering additional regulations that could apply do not call registry protections to text messages as well. Youth Art Month is a national event held every March, highlighting the talent and creativity of students as well as the achievements of educators.
In Land O'Lakes, young artists have an opportunity that most don't, seeing their art in a gallery. Newswatch 12's Mohammed Abdulkawi went to Land O'Lakes Arts today to learn how this exhibit is making an impact in the community. Mohammed?
That's right, Dan and Jessica. Land O'Lakes has been doing this youth art exhibit for around 5 years. This year is their biggest year yet, with 170 local students contributing.
They definitely are excited to participate, and then they're excited to come back year after year.
This week, Land O'Lakes Arts has been celebrating Youth Art Month by displaying masterpieces of local students around the area.
It's a goal that they can work towards with their teacher, and then to know that there's a special spot for their artwork.
What makes this gallery so special is that there's no specific theme. McCall Hawking says that allows students to show off their creativity.
There's fish, there's dogs, there's mittens, there's that kind of little bit of everything. So it's nice to see the variety, to see how creative the kids can get. The art teachers did a wonderful job bringing all of this in. So yeah, it's a lot to see. It's really fun.
Hawking says the exhibit gives the students artists a lot of pride.
It's an amazing opportunity. Seeing your artwork framed, hanging somewhere else, in a brand new building for a lot of these kids. It's a great opportunity for them to feel very proud, to celebrate their creativity.
Jennifer McCall believes that Youth Art Month can inspire anybody, no matter how young or old they are.
And if you look at this exhibit, you will see that youth are usually uninhibited. So you see in their artwork a part of them. And we really hope to foster that. That's something that we all need to to have as adults.
So it's such a wonderful event for both the community. It brings vibrancy to our little town, but it's a great event for the kids and for the adults to view.
Tomorrow, Lola will be hosting an exhibition reception where you'll be able to meet the students who created the art. The event will start at 10 a.m. and will end at 2 p.m. Jessica?
What a great opportunity for young artists. Thank you, Mohammed. An upcoming community service fair aims to connect local volunteers to nonprofits.
And local country artists will have the chance to make it to the Hodag Country Music Festival main stage through a competition this weekend. Those stories after Weather with Jeff, right here on Newswatch 12.
Nicolay College is the smartest start to your bachelor's degree. With university transfer, choose from 2 associate degrees, 7 pre-majors, or even earn a degree online. Then transfer to any of the University of Wisconsin colleges or hundreds of other universities. By starting close to home, you'll save thousands in reduced tuition and housing. Choose the smartest start to your 4-year degree. Choose Nicolay College.
Come see the fresh changes Woodland Creek Furniture has made to its showrooms. There's an ever-changing selection of unique furniture, much of which is made at Woodland Creek's own facility right here in northern Michigan. Did you know we build custom dining tables, vanities, beds, consoles, and more? New nature-inspired accessories are arriving daily, from lighting and lamps to wall art and rugs. You are bound to find that special accent for your home or office. See hundreds of exclusive designs available only at Woodland Creek in Minocqua.
Dan Kelly and his friends are lying about Judge Janet Protasiewicz.
He wants to scare you because he can't talk about his own record.
Dan Kelly has never sentenced a single criminal to prison.
Not one. That's a fact.
And as a private attorney, Kelly got rich defending sex predators who posed as youth ministers to sexually assault young girls.
That's the truth.
The bottom line is that Dan Kelly won't keep our community safe.
He's an extremist
who doesn't care about us.
Some numbers simply have more meaning than others. After an accident, there's one critical number. The number that helps you get your life back by factoring in your needs for today and tomorrow. That's where Habish, and Rotier's numbers really add up. With over 90 years of client successes and 13 offices to help you wherever you are. Trust Habish Personal Injury Attorneys to get the number that's right for you. Call now.
This portion of Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Slumberland.
Well, you made it. The mid-March weekend is here, and it's going to feel like January around here with temperatures in the teens out there today. Some light snow showers as well. So, yeah, if winter is hanging on for now, we'll turn the corner at some point, but not today. 15 right now in Rhinelander, a west wind at 22, making it feel like 3 below zero. It's 19 in Wausau, that southwest wind at 17, making it feel like 4, and everybody gets cold temperatures today. From 17 in Antigo, 23 Wapaka, 17 Marshfield, you get the idea. This is not normal, the average high being around 40. No one's doing that today or tomorrow. We'll get closer to that, though, on Sunday. There's that average high of 39, the average low of 18. 21 below is that record low. That's what the atmosphere can do back in 1916. The sun sets later on at 7:06, and here are the precipitation results, of course, since July 1st. We've had 93.9 inches of snow, the top 5 snowiest seasons on record here in Rhinelander. Will we add some more? Well, most likely. There's some snow in the forecast for us next week. Okay, so 19 for a high tomorrow, 34 for Sunday, and then kind of hanging out in the mid, even upper 30s through much of next week. So overall, below average temperatures are on the way, and we are blowing and drifting some snow out there now. That is reducing visibility in spots and also creating hazardous conditions on the roadways once again. So with that west wind gusting near 20, look for some snow-covered roadways tonight into tomorrow. All right, so snowfall-wise, here we go. There's a record, right? So right now we're at 94.8 with today's snow out there. The next one to beat there is 99.9 back in the winter of 2017 and 18. Will we do it? Well, there is some more snow in the forecast. forecast for us. Lake effect snow for tomorrow, and then synoptic snow or system snow is back in the forecast maybe for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of next week. The big low pressure is still getting stronger to our east right now in Canada. What that will do, though, it'll negatively tilt, we call it, and throw some moisture back our way for tonight. That will keep the snow flurries going this evening, and then turn in some lake effect snow showers tomorrow. So right now the wind's too much out of the west to kind of kick up lake effect snow for us. It'll turn more out of the north though tomorrow, and there is a really good chance for some really good lake effect snow bands in there for tomorrow. So right now the wind's out of the northwest, right? Lake effect snow stays up there in that situation, but tomorrow look what happens, right? More out of the north tomorrow and gusting near 30. That will take the lake effect snow bands deeper into Oneida County, Forest County, and maybe even Lincoln County in there as well, with those gusty winds near 35 miles per hour. All right, walking you through it. So out there right now, there's still some light snow showers across the area tonight. And notice what happens, right? These are all lake effect snow bands turning more out of the north overnight tonight and reaching deeper and deeper and deeper into Oneida, into Lincoln, into Price County. So we could get some pretty good lake effect snow bands throughout the day tomorrow that will look something like this, so an inch or 2 or 3 of snow. If you want more snow than that, don't go too far north. Go Gibbet Range, Ontonagon, Houghton could see a foot of lake effect snow throughout the day tomorrow. Our forecast then for tonight, though, is snow showers out there. Heavier lake effect snow stays north tonight. Look for low temperatures near 8 degrees this evening, with a northwest wind that could gust near 25. For tomorrow, it's going to be one of those days tomorrow. So high temperatures likely hanging out in the teens tomorrow, with a gusty northwest wind, making it feel like 0 throughout the afternoon, with some lake effect snow kicking in as well. That could really reduce visibility at times tomorrow, by the way, with heavy lake effect snow bands across the area. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwest Furniture and Mattress shows lake effect snow tomorrow. A break in the action on Sunday. The first day of spring is on Monday. And then, I know, another very interesting system gets in here Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, into Friday with a rain-snow mix across the area. Dan?
Even with some fairly cold temperatures coming, as Jeff said, the deadline for ice shanty removal is coming up. Ice shanties are already gone for the second half of the state, the lower half, but ice shacks north of Highway 64 have to be removed by Sunday. The DNR says portable shelters that are removed daily can still be used.
Nicolet College is inviting the public to their upcoming community service fair at Nicolet College. The event will have presentations from local nonprofit organizations about ways to volunteer and build a stronger Northwoods community. Some of the organizations include Habitat for Humanity, the National Alliance on Mental Illness Northwoods, Rhinelander Area Food Pantry, and the Rhinelander District Library. The presentation will take place on Friday, March 31st from 8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. in the Nicolet College Theater, followed by the Community Service Fair from 9:30 a.m. until 11:30 a.m. More information can be found on Nicolet College's website.
The Hodag Country Music Festival draws tens of thousands of fans every year. And this weekend, up-and-coming bands will compete for a chance to play on the main stage. Everyone is welcome on Sunday to the Cabaret Cove in Rhinelander for the Hodag Country Band Pickoff. The event will begin at noon and last until 6 p.m. The event will feature area bands performing for cash prizes and a chance to fill a slot at this year's Hodag Country Festival in July. Tickets cost $10 at the door.
The city of Marshfield announced the passing of their Arctic fox, Blizzard, at the Wildwood Zoo. Blizzard was 10 years old and was at the Wildwood Zoo since he was just a few months old. Arctic foxes tend to live between 6 and 10 years in captivity. In the last week, Blizzard was unable to stand. Zoo employees sent Blizzard to UW-Madison for treatment and found he had a rare spinal cord blockage that causes a lack of blood flow and oxygen. The zoo says Blizzard was a favorite and he'll be greatly missed. Coming up, we'll explain how an art exhibit in the Twin Cities is getting noticed here in the Badger State.
Yep, after the break, we'll explain how the exhibit is raising awareness for an often forgotten problem.
Get the absolute best pricing now during Ashley's anniversary event. We've marked down everything to match online prices, all backed by our 30-day price guarantee. Get your choice of 6 months interest-free financing or low monthly payment options and free local delivery only at Ashley.
There are so many things we take for granted. So many things. And along with them, Sometimes we take the people who depend on them for their survival for granted too. The elderly, disabled, the veterans, people on limited and fixed incomes, or folks that lost jobs in sectors hardest hit during the pandemic. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living? Some people just can't come back. And through no fault of their own, they're being left behind, struggling to keep their heat, water, and power on. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our heat, water, and power providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
The new vehicle shortage is over at Brickner's Park City, Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, and Ram in Merrill. We have over 110 vehicles in stock or inbound for March delivery, with over 50 Jeeps available in all models, including plug-in hybrid Wranglers and Jeep Grand Cherokee. During Ram Truck Month at the Brickner's and Merrill lot, you will find over 35 Ram trucks available. Take advantage of low financing or huge lease rebates on Ram half-ton models and up to $3,000 in cash rebates on Ram heavy-duty models. There's always a whole lot of good going on at Brickner's Park City, Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, and Ram in Merrill.
Celebrate Ashley's anniversary with our lowest mattress prices of the season. Get your best night's sleep on Purple, Tempur-Pedic, Serta, and more. All backed by our 30-day price guarantee and special financing options that fit your budget at Wisconsin's #1 mattress retailer, Ashley.
An art display that started in 2020 in Minnesota's Minneapolis-St. Paul Airport is now gaining traction in neighboring Wisconsin and getting the attention of Governor Tony Evers.
As Kim Ledholm reports from our Eau Claire affiliate, the project is about much more than just artistic expression.
98 hearts, each representing a missing or murdered Indigenous person in Wisconsin as of 2022.
We are creating hearts and creating community in support of the missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls to raise awareness, to honor them and remember them.
Cheryl Ring began creating clay hearts in 2015 to raise awareness and acknowledge missing and murdered Indigenous women in Canada. In 2020, her Heart Spirits art was chosen to go on display in the Minneapolis airport, where one school district of Black River Falls staff member saw it.
My husband and I were traveling last spring, and we were at the Minneapolis-St. Paul airport, and as I was walking through the airport, I saw this fantastic display of white hearts, and I could hear someone reading the names of women's names.
Those names were MMIWs from Canada, and from there, Connie Halstead was inspired to bring this project to Black River Falls.
When someone goes missing or someone's murdered, that is something that we all need to acknowledge and make sure that we're raising that awareness so that there can be a change.
This week, community members, students, and Governor Evers are taking time to make a clay heart and acknowledge the life it represents.
It's more about not necessarily the hearts themselves, but the process of making them. And by doing that, you're focusing on, a person who is missing or has been murdered, and you're considering what is going on under those circumstances and how we as a state should be concerned about this and stop it from happening.
This is the first year of this project in the Black River Falls School District, with hopes to keep the message going.
We hope that every single year we will acknowledge the fact that human trafficking continues, that it impacts our Indigenous people at a much higher rate than any other demographic.
86 of the hearts will be on permanent display at the high school. The remaining will be in a traveling case to show around the community.
Dan Kelly is extremely corrupt. 6 times Kelly ruled in favor of a plaintiff with close ties. He was on their advisory panel. He took contributions from their board. And all 6 times, Kelly ruled in their favor. Another time, Kelly changed his mind about whether to judge the Zignego case after pocketing $20,000 in contributions from the Zignego family. Corruption, extremism, that's Dan Kelly.
Menke Automotive is your new neighbor in central Wisconsin. So now you've got a friend in the auto business. Menke Automotive prides ourselves on having happy employees because happy employees make for happy customers. When you need a new Buick, GMC, or Mazda, expert service, precision body work, or just a hot cup of coffee, come in and get to know us at Menke Automotive at the old Fred Miller location on Grand Avenue in Schofield. Menke Automotive, your new neighbors in central Wisconsin.
In today's economy, it seems the value of a dollar continues to shrink, while the services offered are getting less and less. Here at Maher Water Corporation, a new high-efficiency system made by WaterCare can help ease the stress on your checkbook. We are always available to analyze and recommend one of these units.
So while we can't actually make your money grow, we can make the value of what you get from Maher seem like it.
The new 2023 GMC Sierra AT4X is equipped to conquer the great outdoors or the great indoors. Welcome to the peak of premium off-roading. Or get 2.9% APR for 5 years and no monthly payments for 90 days on turbo high-output engine Sierra light-duty elevation models.
Clearview Cabinetry starts as a kitchen built for right now and grows with you as life changes. It's flexible by design, so you can go from doors to drawers for storage that works at every stage. Clearview Cabinetry is now 11% off. Complete your project with countertops from Menards with elegant to everyday options and easy installation that you can do yourself. Get 11% off countertops and start your next project today. Now at Menards.
Today's St. Patrick's Day. It's the day everyone gets to be Irish in spirit while celebrating the nation's culture, music, and Gaelic heritage. The annual observance on March 17th recognizes Ireland's patron saint, a Christian missionary who converted the Irish people to Christianity. Born in Britain in 385 AD, St. Patrick was brought to Ireland as a slave at age 16. 6 years later, he escaped to a French monastery, became a priest, and returned to Ireland. Legend has it he drove the snakes out of Ireland, but biologists say Ireland never had any native snakes.
You know, I've never heard that story, and I'm willing to bet most people with the Kiss Me, I'm Irish shirts on today have never heard that.
There's lots of detail in that. That was interesting.
Yeah, that was wild. Well, we did have a St. Patrick's Day parade here in Rhinelander. Yes. I did take part. I was handing out magazines for a magazine I write for, so that was a lot of fun. It was really cold, though, Jeff. And I know it's going to stay cold, right?
And because you're humble, that magazine's called The New North. It's a great magazine. And yes, it was a cold day today, 16 out there right now. That's not normal, right? Look at these temperatures. 15 now, actually. 18 for Leona, 18 for Mosinee. This is not normal. Average high being near 40. No one's doing that today. And it's not just the cold. This is also the wind. Now, notice, the wind's going to pick up again tomorrow, right off of Lake Superior. That's going to bring some really good lake effect snow bands into at least Vilas County and Forest County, and likely reaching into as far as Lincoln County and Oneida County. They could give out whiteout conditions at times along the UP border tomorrow afternoon as that wind picks up for sure.
Good day to stay inside on Saturday.
Cold day tomorrow.
Thank you, Jeff. That's all the time we have. We'll see you back here at 6.